Welcome to the Fourth Down Experience, the podcast devoted to special teams. Your host of the Fourth Down Experience, former pro free agent, 9-year professional kicking coach out of the Midwest, Coach Chris Hughesby. Alongside Coach Chris Hughesby is a former 2-time Arena Bowl champ, 9-year pro kicking coach, repping the South, Coach Brian Jackson.
Hey, what's up, 40 Nation? We are back for our industry tip segment. We have had a lot of fantastic feedback on these things. A lot of people tell us they really like the advice and tips we're given on a weekly basis, so we are back. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing good, man. Excited. We're going to be talking about junior colleges, grad transfers, kind of talking about that process today to help you guys out.
That's right. So, well, Brian, now that you brought up the topic, let's talk about junior college benefits, things to consider as you're trying to figure out what college to go to, and maybe why a junior college might be the opportunity for you.
Yeah, Chris and I both do camps and trainings. Chris is up in the North Midwest area. I'm down here in the South. And so we have access to a lot of junior colleges as well as the other divisions of college football. So we have a lot of specialists that choose the junior college route. And a lot of it is determined by which state you live in. And so you do need to do your research on what states the junior colleges are in. And also the key ingredient here is if they allow out-of-state waivers. So, like, for example, in Mississippi, I train a lot of specialists in that state, and they actually only have 7 out-of-state waivers. And for the most part, they're never going to use one of those on a kicker, punter, snapper, so they're going to rely heavily on only Mississippi specialists. However, there's junior colleges out there like in Oklahoma and Kansas and other states where you don't have to be in-state, you can be out-of-state. So those are some good examples. Chris, how can you spin off on that?
Yeah, so guys, junior college can benefit you in 2 routes. One, maybe your grades aren't so good in school and you're not quite academically eligible for being a D1 qualifier or D2 qualifier, and going to a junior college, it's basically a community college that has a football program. So going there might allow you to get your grades up, get a good GPA, and then your grades are good enough to transfer back out and then play at a Division I or Division II level program. The other route is if you feel that your talents are good enough for, say, a Division I opportunity, but you're just having trouble finding them. And then if you go to a junior college route, maybe one that's a little bit more well-known, maybe it's nationally ranked, it could be an opportunity for you to play right away as a freshman, maybe freshman or sophomore year, and then transfer out Division I or II program at that point. So there's some things to consider at that point as well. One thing I learned actually recently with talking with a coach, if you are not a Division I qualifier, say academically, because maybe you didn't have enough English credits or math credits, I did learn recently actually that you have to complete the full 2 years in order and get that AA degree in order to transfer out. But if you are a qualifier straight out of high school and then choose the JUCO route, you could leave after your first semester of playing junior college football as a freshman. So just a few things to think about, guys, as you're trying to pursue which option makes the best sense for you.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, Chris. Obviously, you probably should have started this segment first because you explained what junior colleges is. But make sure you guys keep that in mind and do your research on out-of-state waivers. Chris did a fantastic job explaining the process and the benefits. One thing that is attractive to D1 college football coaches is you are basically playing college football at the junior college level. So if you're doing well and excelling at the junior college level in your first or second year, they actually will value a transfer guy over a high school senior in most cases if your grades are well and your scores are well and you're a qualifier and you perform well at the junior college level, because it's essentially college football. And And also, if coaches don't want to commit a 4-year scholarship on a guy, they may only have to worry about committing a 2-year scholarship on a guy and getting a more groomed, experienced specialist. That's nothing against any of the high school specialists coming out of seniors. There are also several guys getting great opportunities as a graduating senior in high school. But there's nothing wrong with going the JUCO route. 6 or 7 years ago, I didn't know much about it, so I was against it. But once I've had several specialists that have gone, and I've gotten to talk to those coaches and make great connections, I see the benefits of going the JUCO route. And let's go ahead and talk about grad transfers real quick before we finish off here. A grad transfer, guys, basically when you finish your bachelor's degree, let's say you go to University of Alabama, just using that as an example, and if you finish your bachelor's degree in 3 years and you still have a year of eligibility, you actually can transfer to another school and not sit out, and you can play. And that is also attractive to coaches because they may get an experienced guy or a groomed guy, and they can only use them for basically 1 semester at their school, and you don't have to worry about sitting out. So grad transfer is also a nice avenue and opportunity to have, but that's all pending you being able to handle an 18-hour course load, which is high, and being able to maintain good academics while playing football.
Exactly. So, all right, guys, thank you for listening. Again, we appreciate the constant feedback. We've learned that these industry tips segments are very valuable and fun to listen to, so we will continue them. We've got another stretch of topics that we think you're going to enjoy, and yep. So if you guys have questions, and if you know us personally, or you would like us to evaluate your film, say during a virtual lesson, we'd be happy to answer those questions for you if we think maybe that JUCO route might be good for you. But there's a lot of benefits of that as an option. And also, too, financially, typically junior college or community college with the football program is a little bit cheaper as well. So if you don't get that scholarship right off the bat and you got to pay for schooling and want to play football, that JUCO route could be more affordable. So if you guys have questions about that stuff, you can seek us out. Team Jackson Kicking or Special Teams Football on Instagram and Twitter, and we'd be happy to help you out. And if you'd like us to evaluate your film, please contact us, and we'd be happy to set up a consultation or virtual lesson with you. All right? And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Hey, what's up, 4D Nation? This podcast has been brought to you by NKR, the National Kicking Rankings platform. It's the new and innovative national evaluation and rankings platform for kickers, punters, and snappers. Launched in 2017, this camp offers you a great balance of athletic evaluation and instruction. You'll get honest feedback and rankings, exposure to college coaches, but this camp is brought to you by credible coaches with experience that will deliver a high quality and detailed instruction to you. NKR offers an active social media platform that will give you proper exposure to all the collegiate outlets. This camp was developed by Brian Jackson, Chris Hughesby, and Tom Feely using a proven camp format from the last 7 to 8 years that specialists have come to love. Many of the specialists have received opportunities to play at all collegiate levels, including Power 5 conferences. If you'd like to attend an upcoming camp this offseason, visit www.nationalkickingrankings.com and check out the camps page. Or follow us on social media on Twitter at NKR_camps. That's NKR_camps, or on Instagram at National Kicking Rankings to learn more about us and follow our growth. Come see what all the hype is all about and check out nationalkickingrankings.com.
Thank you for listening to the Fourth Down Experience. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Fourth Down Experience.